chief curator of my mind, gatekeeper to my psyche. There was a time when I thought my mind was just open space, a place where thoughts arrived, ideas wandered in, emotions passed through, unmanaged, unguarded. But over time, I began to notice something unsettling. Not everything that entered deserved to stay, and not everything that stayed had arrived by invitation. Some thoughts weren't mine at all. They were echoes, borrowed fears, secondhand anxieties, old expectations dressed up as obligations. And slowly, almost without realizing it, I had let others furnish the rooms of my inner life. At some point, the question stopped being, "What do I think?" and became, "Who decides what gets my attention?" That's when I began to understand this role I'd never consciously accepted, but had always been performing. I am the chief curator of my mind, and the gatekeeper to my psyche. Curating doesn't mean controlling every thought. It means choosing what I return to, what I feed, what I allow to shape me over time. Because attention is not neutral. What I repeatedly expose myself to, stories, arguments, outrage, ideals, slowly rearranges the furniture inside. Some inputs make the space clearer. Others clutter it. Some bring light. Others quietly drain energy. Being a gatekeeper isn't about shutting the world out. It's about discernment, about recognizing that just because something is loud or popular or urgent doesn't mean it deserves residency. I don't owe my inner life to every passing opinion. I don't need to host every fear that knocks. I don't have to carry every problem I become aware of. There's a difference between being informed and being inhabited. Over time, I've learned to ask quieter questions. Does this nourish clarity or confusion? Does this deepen my understanding or harden my posture? Does this help me live more honestly or more reactively? And when the answer is no, I practice the simplest act of sovereignty there is. I let it pass. This isn't about purity, or perfection, or retreat. It's about stewardship, because the mind is not just a processor. It's a living space, and the psyche, that's the most intimate home we'll ever inhabit. What we allow inside shapes how we see, how we choose, how we love. So I curate carefully now. Not rigidly, but intentionally. Protecting the conditions for clarity. Making room for what matters, guarding the quiet where truth tends to speak. Not because the world is hostile, but because the inner life is precious. And someone has to take responsibility for it. I choose to be that someone.